Today is Monday, November 3rd, and our weather highlights include mostly clear skies as we've worked through a lot of the clouds that we had over this weekend. A light breeze, especially in the mid to late morning through early afternoon. And then it's going to be one of those days where if you're out in the sun, kind of feels warmer. If you're in a shaded area, then it might get chilly. So if we take a look at the radar across the area, you see some precipitation to our north, some precipitation off into our east. If we were to zoom in here, none of these areas are going to affect us, but we'll turn on the METAR data and just kind of look and see what we're looking at wind chill wise. So wind chill wise up around Indianapolis, right at freezing or just below freezing here. I'll put it on the latest frame. You can see in southern Indiana, we've got some wind chills reading in the mid 30s as well. The actual temperature values, though, are in the upper 30s, but some of those more rural, low-lying areas are still maybe even a tick or two colder down into the mid 30s. Now, as we look into our computer model data, and I want to start off by kind of addressing the elephant in the room. I don't know how many of you have checked your phone apps for your weather, but there was something interesting that came across last night where it had mentioned the possibility for snow. I'm sorry, the S word. It was mentioned for next Monday, Sunday night, Monday. So here's why I'm going to touch on this. This is not to hype anything up. It's just to alert you that you might see people starting to hype this up, even though the models this morning have kind of dismantled it, but we'll talk about it. So right now, we are looking at the GFS model. This is early in the afternoon on this upcoming Saturday. So what would that be? The first, the 8th, that would be November 8th. You can see it has a low pressure system that's going to move through. And the way these low pressure systems work is you have counterclockwise flow. So you have these winds that come out of the northwest. And so you can see where it's introduced snow into northern Illinois. And if we put this into motion, it doesn't actually show any snow shower activity, but this blue 540 line indicates a 5,400 meter height in the atmosphere, which is typically a very general, non-trustworthy line of where you could see some frozen precipitation work its way down into the ground. So the GFS, now it was this model last night that was showing actual blue over us, indicating more widespread snow showers. Now we go check out the Euro model, and this far out, you never can trust what these models are saying, but it is beneficial to look at them, see if they're kind of thinking the same thing. And ironically, it does have a low pressure forming. This would be late in the afternoon, this Saturday, the 8th. It pulls moisture up from the Gulf, obviously, in the form of liquid precipitation. You are going to, of course, have that wrap around. And as you can see, we've got showers in the area and that 540 line south of us. Now, although the European model is not showing these as frozen, I would say the possibility of, and albeit the very weak possibility of wraparound flurry or two Sunday afternoon into overnight into Monday morning of next week is possible. So again, if you see anybody else talking this up, it's literally all hype, but I just kind of wanted to set the record straight there. For today, across our area, some scattered clouds this morning. This is actually fog across Kentucky. That will slowly mix out as we head in through the afternoon. We may have some mid-level clouds up that you can see to our north, but as we go throughout the afternoon, skies should become mostly clear. What's that do in terms of temperature? Well, obviously we're starting out cool this morning in the mid 30s. And then this afternoon, we actually work in a southwest or a west-southwest wind, which is going to help to filter in some of that warmer air. And this afternoon, we're going to top off in the mid 50s. I think we actually may be a tick or two above the mid 50s. And here's why I say that, because we have some warm air advection. And we've kind of talked about this. If we go up to 850 millibars in the atmosphere, and you look at the winds and see if it's perpendicular to like temperature gradients. So if we put this into motion, I want to point out that we've got a little bit of warm air advection here to our west, but it's this afternoon that I'm watching this. This is an area of warmer weather across just to our west. But as you can see, you're seeing western winds. So that's crossing some of these temperature lines. So I think we're going to try to work in a little bit of warm air advection at the 850 millibar level this afternoon. So it would not surprise me at all, especially if there's a lot of sunshine, to see those temperatures get up to 57, 58, and 59 degrees. Finally, about wind, as you can see, again, this is 30 feet off the ground, so you cannot trust these values implicitly. But um, you can see where this is around 11 a.m. this morning, where there's going to be, I would call it just a slight breeze from, again, that west southwest to southwest of probably between, uh, 6 and 10 miles per hour or so. So that's what we're looking at there. Now, if we actually switch and we go over to today's almanac, one thing that's happened since obviously we've last talked on Friday is our sunrise sunset time. So now a little bit more light in the morning, but I don't know about you, I'm not a big fan of it getting dark just before 6 p.m. We do see our high at 58 degrees today, just below average. And then our bus stop forecast this morning, mostly clear skies, wind chill again in the mid 30s. Some of those more rural areas, I could see your temperature in the mid 30s this morning, but kind of breezy, mostly sunny though this afternoon. So everything looking good there. In terms of our forecast across southern Indiana, I do think places like New Albany, where you see a lot more concrete and urban type area, will be maybe a tick or two warmer, but otherwise mid to upper 50s. Our 7-day forecast showing lots of sunshine coming up. As of right now, Friday looks to be a nice day with rain. So we get back into the rainy spirit. And then this Saturday, late, we see a chance of precipitation. And I really think that on Saturday, we're going to have the possibility of a pretty powerful cold front. Let me put it that way, that might come through. So something to keep an eye on. But if you're a snow lover like myself, I wouldn't get your hopes up. It's just that time of year where we could see the first couple of flakes in the sky. Otherwise, hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.